Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome. How are you this evening? All good? You're looking fantastic. It is fantastic to have your company and a very special and warm welcome to this highly anticipated launch of West Australian Ballet's season 2023. We are, I've got to tell you, so excited about bringing you a glimpse of what's to come for our wonderful ballet company. And tonight, we really want to treat you to the fascinating stories that have helped shape a season that is a very unique season next year, 2023. I'm Tina Altieri, and I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey of celebration and exploration. And you'll soon see the true extent of an exciting year in store, not only celebrating a year of new creations of both classical and contemporary ballet, but also so many great events and ways to engage with your state ballet company. Now, I don't know about you, but it's hard when you're talking about the celebration in 2023 to not be immediately drawn to the always ambitious, always creative and committed artistic director, Aurelien Scannella, and his 10th year anniversary. So we're very excited. Yes, a big round of applause. And we'll hear from Aurelien in just a very short while. And that's just the start. So indeed, strap yourself in, whether you're joining us right here from the beautiful State Theatre Centre or joining us live stream on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever you come from this evening. It's wonderful to have you with us. And we're going to get ready for an interesting reveal. So let's begin first by bringing on our Noongar leader, Barry Maguire, for our very special Welcome to Country.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Tina. Can I also thank the West Australian Ballet for including Welcome to Country for us as West Australians, for us as many nations that share this beautiful continent. You see, Welcome to Countries is most important about the understanding of how do we find our place of balance between each other as human beings. And in that practice, it used to take up to 2 weeks. Today, we bring the same energy through language, through song, through an understanding, so that not only you, but us, we can stand together to forge together much stronger than we did than yesterday. Today is the day, while our eyes are open, it's the only time that we have that we can make a change and be included, no matter where we come from and where we're going. And so as Australians, as many nations here within Western Australia, we still practice this old protocol that is for all of us. It's for all of us because we are the same. We may sound different, we may look different, but we're not. And through this Welcome to Country, through welcomes to countries all over this state, we take the time to find each other. So how do we find that? And inside of this, working with the West Australian Ballet, working with Aurelien and Christophe and all the team, we have found each other in this understanding of how do we share this platform together today with us as a community inside of the Swan Lake story. And you will see that when that comes out. I think it's already been done. So congratulations to Aurelien too for your years of commitment, brother, and to all of your staff. And thank you for finally seeing us as people. And so from this Welcome to Country, for us as West Australians and from us as the Wajok people, it is beautiful to see you all as many sitting here today. And may the energies of my grandmothers and my grandfathers who've gone before me come and hold your light too. And later on, as you travel home to your place and to your family or with your family, may the energy that has always lived in this country rise up and hold your spirit like it's always held me and my people from the start of time till today and into tomorrow. So welcome to us all. It is beautiful that we can all sit as one here today. And may I share in this old song of Kings Park, this old song that keeps us safe in this particular part of the country. And may this song bless you and your families if you haven't heard it. but may it also keep us safe in our stead as we walk together as nations on this platform of the West Australian Ballet here tonight. Wanarega malana, wanarega malana, boyongora waningo, boyongora waningo, wanarega malana, boyongora waningo, wanarega malana, wanarega malana, boyongora waningo, boyongora waningo, wanarega malana. Boyongora waningo. Hey. To the West Australian Ballet for 2023, and for you as all of our supporters and the people that have created this platform for us to be able to present stories, we thank you and welcome tonight, and may you have a smile when you leave here after you see what is there for you. Welcome.
Barry, thank you so very much. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for your generous and warm welcome. It's always fabulous to see you. Thank you for doing that. It gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome centre stage someone who is just so passionate about the direction and the future of West Australian Ballet. Chair, Ingrid Pusey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everyone. My name is Ingrid Pusey, and I have the pleasure of being the chair of the board of our world-class ballet company, West Australian Ballet. Thank you, Barry. I can't see you, but somewhere there. Thank you for your always inclusive and kind welcome to country. WA Ballet are very grateful for the time and the knowledge you so generously give to us. As West Australian Ballet looks towards 2023, we know that we have the ambition, the strength, the creativity to shine both on stage and off stage. Each year, our company sees over 100,000 people reached through performance. In addition, 15,000 people take part in our adult ballet classes. We reach over 2 million online through social media. We host over 200 different workshops and educational activities. Our community dress rehearsals are a heartwarming event each season, with complimentary tickets given to groups who are experiencing disadvantage. And our reach in regional WA has never been higher. We're holding more workshops, more school programs than ever before. So as you eagerly await our season 2023 reveal, we remain motivated by our vision of enriching lives through dance and the importance of the arts in our society's well-being. From performances, events, classes and workshops, join with West Australian Ballet in 2023. Your state ballet company is world-class on and off stage, and we're excited to leap to new heights in the year ahead. I am pleased to be able to take this opportunity to congratulate our artistic director, Aurelien Scannella, on his past 10 years. He, together with artistic associate Sandy De La Salle, have driven our success on stage. I'm also pleased to acknowledge this evening our new Executive Director, Lauren Major. Lauren joined us in January this year as Head of Development, and we feel she has had a 10-month audition, impressing us at every turn. With Lauren and Aurelien's co-leadership, we're sure 2023 will be an outstanding year for our company. This evening, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to our guests, both here in person and watching online. Welcome to our very many generous supporters and private donors, my fellow board directors, honorary life members, our dancers who work so hard to bring ballet to life for us all, and our creatives and all the teams who continually work to bring the magic of ballet to Western Australia. A huge thanks, of course, to our corporate partners, particularly lead partners Woodside Energy, Roy Hill Community Foundation, Wesfarmers Arts. This evening's wine partner, Howard Park Wines, together with beverage partners Gage Roads Brewing Company and Matso's Broom, and our jewellery partner, Smales Jewellers, who along with Howard Park have a beautiful display in the foyer. Thank you for your support and for joining us this evening and being part of the excitement of West Australian Ballet's season 2023. Thank you.
Ingrid, thank you so very, very much. And congratulations too for creating a wonderful, wonderful team. And I know this highly anticipated event too is something that you've been very, very excited about. So congratulations. Okay, please join with me in welcoming centre stage Artistic Director Aurelien Scannella. Great to see you, Aurelien.
Good evening.
It's wonderful to see you. Congratulations, 10 years. It is an incredible milestone. And you know, when I reflect on your 10 years, something that stands out for me is that it's been so much more than just being fully immersed in the community. It's been more about 10 years of growth and 10 years of transformation. For you, what has been a standout?
Well, transformation, well, good evening first, Tina. Good evening, everyone. Transformation is probably the right word to describe what has happened for the past 10 years. You know, when I look back, it doesn't feel like 10 years at all. It feels like 10 days almost. It went so quickly. And back in 2013, we moved to Perth with our son, and we saw the company. We saw the potential. There was a real potential there for the company, for growth, for the company to move forward. Before we arrived, the company had doubled in size. Just 6 months before 2013, the company had moved to Maylands, to our beautiful studios there. So everything was set for us to bring the company to the next level, which we have done, really. We have worked really hard for the past 10 years. We've been consistent in bringing quality on stage. We brought the world to Perth, some of the most amazing choreographers, designers, dancers, of course. And we are very proud of what WA Ballet has become now. And WA Ballet is, for me, I think, the reflection of our society. It's diverse, it's versatile, we are very proud of this company. Yeah, very proud.
And you've navigated through incredible challenges as well. That's all credit to you.
Yeah, well, you know, at WA Ballet, we are always trying to, behind the challenge, there's always an opportunity, right? So I always try to look behind the challenge. So we managed to turn those challenges in opportunities with the team. So
and you really have. And I think what you've just described there is a perfect backdrop, the perfect time for us to segue and now meet some of the dancers before we reveal what's in store. So should we do that? Should we bring them on?
Yes.
Are you ready for that, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, this is a great opportunity for you to see them. And I love the fact that this event brings them out on stage as themselves. They have a chance to mingle with you, and they are part of the audience. So a very, very special group of people.
Yes, good idea. Please make some noise for our beautiful dancers. We'll start with our Corps de Ballet members, please. Please welcome our demi-soloists. And now we have our beautiful soloists. And our principal dancers. And also please welcome our amazing artistic team. Craig, Reka, and Sandy, please.
Here they come. Just wonderful. Fantastic to see all of you, and thank you for joining us. Front row seats, I love that. Now, Aurelien, our fabulous audience, both here in person and indeed online, have been waiting for the reveal for season 2023. After 10 years as artistic director, does it feel any different putting this season together?
The excitement is not changing. It's still there, you know, and I'm pretty much excited the whole time because, you know, for example, this morning or this week, I was working on 24 and 25, and I'm already so excited about what's coming next year, the year after, and so on. It's a constant excitement about creating, because for me, when we arrived, I made the commitment to keep Ballet as a creative space. For me, creations are the essence of a ballet company. And yeah, we've gone through quite a few creations for the past 10 years. And as long as I'll be here, that will be the direction.
I love the fact that there'll be a number of world premieres in 2023, both of classical and, of course, contemporary ballet. So give us a little bit of the backstory of how you actually put this program together.
So, yeah, that's a big question. I mean, it's a big answer, I would say, because it's a very long process. It takes me, 2023 was done in 2020, for example. It takes me at least 2.5 years to put the program together, to secure the creatives, because some choreographers have to be confirmed 3 years in advance. Otherwise, you don't get them. Especially now after COVID, the world is even more crazy than before. So you have to be, if you want this or this creative team, you have to be fast. You have to be quick. So I really...
Do you have to be tough? When you say you have to be quick, I know you have to be agile, but do you have to be tough or tougher?
In the negotiations, yes. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I must have some background of selling products, because I'm very tough in negotiations.
And you must be, absolutely.
It's a business after all, you know.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you're telling us that, you know, it's 2.5 years in the making. That's really challenging.
Sometimes even more. So. And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to talk about what we're doing next, because my head
You have your sights well ahead.
But that's why I have some notes today.
And you do it well. You know, Aurelien, I thought it would be good seeing that you've celebrated that fantastic decade milestone with West Australian Ballet to mix things up for this particular launch this year with so much hype around what the program looks like. I thought it would be okay if rather than just tell your fans about what's coming up, that we show them, literally, the big reveal. Is that okay with you? Yes. Okay, so let's try it a slightly different way. And so where do we begin?
Yes,
you take me on the journey.
So we are starting
over here?
There.
Okay, let me go over here.
It looks a bit like the second act of Coppelia.
I'm wondering if anyone can really guess what's going on here. So I'll move over here. So perhaps
what do we
the
have
first
here?
reveal. Let's go. Voila.
A picnic basket.
Fantastic. Our first season, and a familiar one at that.
Yes. So that is, of course, the Quarry, yes. As per our tradition, we start next year at the Quarry Amphitheatre. And next year will be the 30th anniversary.
The 30th?
Yes.
Is that right? 30th anniversary in City Beach?
Yes. So Ballet is performing at the Quarry since 30 years, which is a milestone, I have to say. It's a big tradition here in Perth, which is...
It's much loved, isn't it? Yes. Yeah.
So...
And what can we expect there?
So next year at the Quarry, we will have 4 works choreographed by 3 amazing creative minds. So we'll have one world creation and 3 Australian premieres. So the creation, the first work will be a creation by a young Australian lady. Her name is Alice Top. Alice is at the moment a resident choreographer with the Australian Ballet since 2018. She worked with Royal New Zealand Ballet and then the Australian Ballet for many years until she decided to start choreographing, I think back in 2011. And since then, she's been creating quite a few works for Australian Ballet, Queensland Ballet, but also for Houston Ballet. So she's also creating her own costumes, which is always, I like when the choreographers also create their own costumes.
Multifaceted, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
The first time Alice will be working with W Ballet, which is very exciting. She also chosen a very beautiful score from a very talented Australian composer. His name is Luke Howard. And beautiful score, I love it. So, and I really like her style, so I'm really excited to have Alice for the first time. The next 2 works are from someone you are public knows.
Familiar with,
are familiar with. His name is Robert Bondara.
Yes.
So earlier this year at the Quarry, we performed his fabulous work, Take Me With You. And for me, Robert Bondara is someone I want to start building a relationship with because it's part of being a ballet company. Because there are many choreographers out there around the world, but there are not many choreographers who are able to bring something new, especially into the contemporary field. And for me, Robert is one of those choreographers who's bringing something really new, unique. His musicality is wonderful. He brings emotions into contemporary moves. Sometimes people think, oh, it's just contemporary ballet, and there's no storytelling, there's no emotions, which is wrong in a way. When that happens, it means that it's probably wrong work.
It's not working,
For me, movements always have a meaning. And Robert brings that all, really. But the duos and trios are absolutely beautiful. So that's why we have 2 works from him. The first one is a duo called Versus, and the second one is a trio of Persona.
Persona, okay.
Both works are part of a full-length story ballet that he created for his company. So he's also able to create those amazing contemporary full-length. So,
and then we have Incognito.
And the last one is Incognito, a work from Ellen Pickett. Ellen is coming from America. Very successful choreographer in America. She's been choreographing for the past many years. She's also choreographing for the film industry, and she's been working for most of the big companies, National Ballet of Canada, Dutch National Ballet, Houston Ballet, Boston, and first time in Australia, which is great. And this work, Incognito, is a 25 minutes work for 9 dancers. Lots of things happening on stage. And we'll have a lot of props as well, furnitures, props, sets that dancers will have to move around. So it's pretty much a first as well for the Quarry, because we can't have anything there usually. So,
yes, very exciting.
Big challenge for our technical team, but we'll make it work.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. So that's that.
Yes.
Wonderful. And nice to be able to showcase this prop as well, because I know that all of us will be enjoying that.
Yeah.
Anything else at this point?
The Quarry now. We've got those 4 works. After Quarry, we will...
Aren't you on tour? No.
Yes, right after Quarry.
That's after, yes, exactly.
Yes,
so tell us a bit about that. You're off on tour right after the Quarry.
Yeah, so we are going back to Port Hedland, Karata, Bunbury, and Mandurah. So we will bring another a gala evening, gala performance. So we'll bring some bits and pieces from different works, and also children's ballet, Peter and the Wolf. So
That's incredibly busy schedule early in the year. And then you return to Perth with a classical ballet. But what's interesting is not just one, but three. So tell us what's in
Yes.
store.
So that is our May season, where we've got a classical tutu and another beautiful tutu. Yes. Costume. Not
So
a
tell
tutu,
us a
but-
bit more. Tell us a bit more here.
So, for the May season next year, I wanted to move a little bit away from having another big blockbuster, like a full-length story ballet. So, but to keep it still exciting for everyone, I decided to bring. I've asked Javier Torres. So Javier is the creative master behind Sleeping Beauty. I've asked him to create or to recreate the third act of Raimonda. So Raimonda is a very old story ballet, was created in the 19th century. It's not a ballet really that companies perform in this, you know, it's probably a 3-hour ballet. It's long, it's lots of sets, lots of costumes.
You're not selling it that well at the moment.
No, because it can get a little bit
Yes.
heavy and
Yes,
slow.
yes.
So, but there are some beautiful moments in that ballet. So,
And so?
what we are doing, we are just taking all the best moments
Okay.
and
I'm
put them
so pleased
together
to hear.
for a third act. Yeah.
Sounds fabulous.
We'll have 14 dances, lots of solos, pas de deux, and corps de ballet stuff. So very lots of jumps and pirouettes and beautiful costumes. We have new costumes from Erika Turunen, who created our Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, okay.
And next to Raimonda, we'll have another creation. Sandy and I will create a new version of Sylvia, just a pas de deux. It's a beautiful little classical pas de deux. This pas de deux is also part of a full-length story ballet, again, old and too big, too long. So that pas de deux it's really beautiful. I really like it. It's very light, very joyful. So we decided to incorporate that in the evening. And then that is a costume from Who Cares? It's a ballet we have presented to our Perth audience back in 2015. It's nearly 45 minutes work from George Balanchine, one of the American masters. We have, I think, 24 dances there on stage. It's a big work. Beautiful music from Gershwin, very jazzy, and you have the New York vibes. It's a work that works everywhere in the world. It's absolutely
fantastic. That sounds
time to
very
wake up.
exciting. And that is a beautiful showcase of dance, from the classical to the contemporary. That's what I love about it. I think that works really well. Then West Australian Ballet will be on this stage in June. Is that
Yes.
right? June next year?
June next
Right.
year. We will be back here on this stage.
Now what have we got here? Why are we doing this?
So that
Okay.
is. My bike.
Okay.
Yes, no need to
And
yeah.
this is a chance for
So-
us to sit down and talk, or
Oh,
no?
we can, yes.
It is a.
Yes.
It is a prop, I take it. Hang on a minute, is that right?
It
This
is a prop.
Okay.
Yeah. It's part of.
Part of. Would anybody
a
like to
work.
guess what it is a prop for, or have we already given it away?
So next year we will have a double bill, a contemporary double bill. I don't know. Probably you will remember what we've done last year here. We had 3 works and 2 creations. One from one of our dancers, Adam Alzheim, and the other creation was from Melanie Lane. And unfortunately, last year we only performed 4 shows. We had to go into a snap lockdown. So, and when that happened, I was really sad, because I really loved those 2 works, and I've been thinking a lot about what could I do to get them back on
Resurrect
stage.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that is a costume from the other work.
Wow. How good is that?
So this costume is from Melanie's work called Slow Hand. And this is part of, they're not exactly the ones we're using on stage, but it's a prop from Adam Alzheim. His work was called Gainsbourg. And then one day I had this idea of creating a second part of what was already created. And both were excited about the project. So Adam and Melanie will create, so Adam will create Gainsbourg Part 2 and Melanie Slowhorn Part 2. But we will still perform Part 1 because they were really good works. So both work will be around 45 minutes. We have exactly the same creative team as last year. Last year. So Damien Cooper for the lighting. Damien is an absolute genius as a lighting designer. Akira Isogawa will create more costumes. And John Buswell, no, not John Buswell comes later for this one. And Melanie's husband, Clark, is composing a new score for her work. So very exciting.
And how important are things like lighting, sound?
Look,
we don't tend to, we tend to think of how important the costumes are and obviously the quality of the dancers, but lighting?
Lighting is the final touch that makes it all happen. You could have the best choreography, the best dancers, sets and costumes. If you remove the lighting, the show looks absolutely terrible. No,
You're also not selling that very well either. Thanks so much, Aurelien.
it's like you would look something black and white or totally grey.
Yes, yes.
I remember when we did our Nutcracker for the first time. When they pulled the big Christmas tree for the first time, I was like, oh, well, yeah, okay. But then John Buswell created his lighting, and it suddenly looked absolutely amazing. So the lighting is crucial.
Well, don't worry, Aurelien. I work in television. I know lighting is important. You don't have to sell it to me. So, I hear what you're saying. Absolutely wonderful. Now, surely, I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely exhausted. But by then, you must get a break, right?
Oh, yes.
Do you get a break after that?
Yes, in July.
In
July, we have 3 weeks off.
Okay.
So that's the time where we, if you are from Europe, you go back to summer, which is nice. Now we can go back.
And you can go back, yes.
So 3 weeks in July.
Absolutely wonderful. Then, of course, in your 10th year, we know that you love, as you mentioned earlier, those ambitious, emotive creations. What have you got planned for September?
Yes.
Because we know that something special is kind of around the corner. So, okay, what do I need to see here?
So that is the first time we are going to do this kind of projects. So, I guess you all know who that man was, Vincent van Gogh. So next year we are creating a brand new full-length story ballet, a contemporary full-length story ballet, based and inspired by this genius, Vincent van Gogh. We're creating everything from scratch. The music will be a new score from Anthony Fiumara, based in Amsterdam. The creative team, they're all based in Amsterdam, which is something I really wanted to have.
Why was that?
Well, Amsterdam is, where this man was coming from, but Holland. Also, there is this fascinating museum about him and his work. And also, I wanted to make sure the creative team was living next to each other, so they could talk to each other, work together whenever they felt like, because it's a big production. It's something completely new. So I wanted them to be together in the same city and in Amsterdam.
Fantastic. Does that get you excited, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Absolutely wonderful.
So the choreographer is someone you're also familiar with. Her name is Wupke Kundersma. fantastic Dutch choreographer. She created a work for us back in 2020 at the Quarry. The work was called Architecture of Hope, and I was blown away by the work. So after that, I knew she was the one I was going to ask for a contemporary full-length story ballet, and after a few weeks or months of brainstorming, we went through different characters and ideas, and then we both came to him. So I said, "Oh, that's the destiny." That's his life. Was so complex and so busy and so creative, and there's so many characters, so many who helped him as well. His brother Theo.
And quite chaotic as well.
So a genius is always chaotic here. That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah. Real genius are a mess.
Yes.
But an organized mess.
Yes. Yes.
And I mean, this guy went through a lot of different facets, styles, and he started in Holland, where his paintings were really dark, and he did a lot of nature morte. I don't know how you say in English, but and then he moved to France, and suddenly his painting became colorful and
changed. Yes.
You had those blue and yellow, and he's got a fascinating story with his brother, with the other painter, French Gogh, a French painter. Then he moved to Arles in south of France, where he painted some of his most amazing paintings. And then he became crazy. He ended up in hospital, and etc., etc. So we're still working on how we're gonna get the ear.
How you right? Oh, gee, I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to that.
But that's going to happen. Artistic way.
Fantastic. Does there have to be a chemistry between you and the co-creator? You're talking about the fact that you were talking over many weeks, and then finally there was some consensus. Is that chemistry really important between the two of you?
It is. Not just first of all between the choreographer and myself, and then I have to make sure that the creatives are going to be working well together. You can have the best designers and the choreographer, but if they don't work well together, it's not going to work. So we had to write the story as well. So the librettist is also from Amsterdam, and that's the first thing we had to do, to write a story, because we can't tell everything about him. It would take 3 ballets or 10 hours. So
I don't know about you, but I'm so looking forward to September. This is going to be incredible. It sounds like the cornerstone work for West Australian Ballet too. So it's the Campione Ballet, one that people can also support. Tell us a bit about that.
So the Campione program was put in place before my time, so it has a long history. And thanks to that program, W Ballet has been able to build most of the big ballets you've seen for the past 10 years, Nutcracker, Ballet, everything. And so the people have the opportunity or the option to buy or to sponsor a costume or a prop. So in return, they have their name tagged in the costumes, and it became and not only that, but much more things that are offered to those generous people, and it became really successful. And thanks to that program, we are able to build those productions, because those productions cost millions of dollars. It's very expensive.
Yes, I'm sure.
So
I'm sure.
I spend a lot of money.
So it's a great way of everyone to get involved in that way. Okay, that's great. No doubt we can find more information on that later as well. So that's fantastic.
And just before we move to the last season, both HMT1, so the May season and this season are going to be played by Oiseau. Live and conducted by Jessica Gethin.
Don't you love that? Yes, with Jessica Gethin. Yeah. So that sounds wonderful, really great. Thank you for whetting our appetite with that one. And of course, as 2023 comes to a close, what will be the grand finale?
The grand finale.
Do we know about this? Does anybody really know? Does anybody want to take a guess? Here we go.
So
I'm looking forward to this one. This is what I love.
Oh, it's leaving. No, so this ballet is one of the ballet the Perth audience really loves and enjoys.
And they've embraced it really too, haven't they?
Yes. Yeah. We haven't done it since 2020, and every time we do it, it's you see people leaving the theater with big smiles on their face, and they come with the kids, and the whole families are there. We have snow outside, and so it's our Nutcracker coming back.
Woo.
That's the
yes. How special! Yes. It does deserve a round of applause. How precious is this? This is absolutely wonderful, the Nutcracker. So it does return after 3 years, quite a family tradition.
Yeah, absolutely. But also Nutcracker is a good ballet to have in a ballet company because it has a lot of different characters. In the second night you have different divertissements as well. So it gives new opportunities to dancers, to the dancers of the company. So for example, if you started as 18, 19-year-old with the corps de ballet, then maybe when it comes back 2 years later, then you have the opportunity to do one of the divertissements or Clara, you know, one of the solo roles. And those ballets are important in that sense too.
Yes.
Not only for the public, but it's a great challenge for the dancers.
Yeah, fantastic. So as you can see, 6 world premieres, 3 Australian premieres, a tour, and your 10th year. When you look at this as just a bit of a snapshot as to season 2023, how are you feeling about it?
I'm nervous.
It's okay to be honest, yes.
It's a mix between being nervous and excited, because nervous because I never know until the closing night of each, or maybe the opening of each season, when it's a new production, I never know if it's going to work or not until we open the curtain, until I hear the people clapping, or until I hear the feedback, well, artists, you know, as an artist, you're never sure if what you do is good enough, you know. So. And
I think with you, you're never satisfied, right? You're always looking for the next, and that's really important to you. And also your quest for excellence each and every time, and that's the reputation you have in this house today.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, being a ballet dancer is a lifestyle, right? It's not something you do lightly. It's the ballet has chosen you, really. And it's a short career. If you don't do it every single minute, every single day of your life at 200%, it's not worth it. Because tomorrow you stand here, your career is already over. And I have the feeling I was a dancer yesterday, you know, so that's something I'm trying to share with my dancers, is that don't waste your time, you know, because the minutes, every single minute that is behind you is never ever coming back. So just make the best out of it every day. Don't waste your time, because time flies. And yeah. You know.
And indeed, the last 10 years have really done that for you. Can I just say, on behalf of everyone in the room this evening, you know, our sincere congratulations, and and we honour you. We honour your vision, your tenacity, knowing that it has been a tough 10 years as well, and we also honour your foresight and the passion that you have to bring all of this to life. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurelien Scannella. And congratulations. I think this is the perfect segue to now show you a little bit more, so please cast your eyes to the screen. So fantastic. Isn't that wonderful? There's a lot to get excited about. And I love the fact, because of course in October there's Genesis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. We forgot Genesis.
I was leading in as if we hadn't
Yeah.
forgotten it at all.
I think we forgot, no? Yes. Yes, so Genesis next year comes back in October. And yeah, Genesis is, it went from strength to strength, really, from the past 10 years. I saw the potential of that program, that show, you know, and I mean, now it became a real performance, a real show. So year after year, I was adding something, you know, we turned the Studio One into a black box, then we invested in lighting, and now we have costume designers, we have lighting designers, where before it was just movement in space, really. So now it's a beautiful production, one of Perth's favorites. So and for me, it's a great way to discover new choreographic talents within the company. And sometimes, you know, Gainsbourg was happened first in Genesis, and now it's coming onto a big stage. So it's an important season for the company. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
And just before we finish, I just would like to say that I haven't done the past 10 years on my own, yeah. It was a beautiful teamwork, and my wife, Sandy, has played a big role in the success of the company as well, and the rest of the team, of course. If I would be alone, I would be nobody, right? So I want to thank everybody at the Ballet.
Fantastic. Aurelien, have we covered off everything? Are you
I
sure?
think so.
We have,
Yeah.
right? We've gone on a journey of exploration tonight. We indeed have. And I just thank you so much for helping me, or helping us together see and reveal the wonderful seasons that are in store. There is so much to get excited about, and I can't imagine a better time to be associated with West Australian Ballet Company, and to everyone involved, to you, to the artistic director team, to the dancers who are just magnificent. Can we just say congratulations to each of you? We do have one more thing to do, and that is to invite everybody to join us now in the foyer to enjoy some refreshments, the company, of course, as well, and indeed make sure that you get your tickets as soon as possible, because it's going to run hot, I'm sure. 2023, it's going to be a wonderful season ahead. So I thank you very much for being with us this evening, everyone. Take care. Good night.